Tarot is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Full disclaimer in the description box. Timestamps included for your convenience. See you in the video. Stars, I hope you're well. It is still the 15th of May and it is now 11:30 in the morning. I've got something a little bit different for us today. But before we get there, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thanks to all the new members. Very, very welcome if you are new here. And I hope you enjoy and find some resonance here with us on this channel. Here's a little bit of everything for everyone. I sometimes break away a little bit from the Harry and Meghan and the current royal family, and I go into things like the Natalie Wood scenario, which I did. I go into the Hunter virus as well, plus a whole lot of other stuff. So just have a look. There's something for everybody here. So today I'm doing something a little bit different, and watch to the end, because I'm going to be popping on the designs of the mug and the mouse pad that I'm busy working on, and the image that's going to be used on it. And do let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Okay, something a little bit different. Queen Victoria and John Brown. There's always been speculation that they were more than just a servant and a queen. There was even speculations that they were married, but the biggest speculation is that they were actually a couple, that they were lovers, if I can put it that way, because we all do know that the Queen Victoria had a very, very, very healthy appetite. Just look at the amount of children that she had. But then at the same time, it was also Albert, because Albert wanted more control over her, because every time she was pregnant she couldn't really reign, and he sort of took the reins, and that's why she was constantly pregnant as well. But she had a very, very, very healthy appetite for Albert. So let's have a look and see what the cards have got to tell us about Queen Victoria and John Brown. Victoria was a Taurus cusp Gemini. She was on the 24th of May. So this is Taurus going into Gemini. So she's really on that cusp scenario. Then also John Brown was a Sagittarius as well. And Albert was a Virgo. Very interesting combination, Virgo and Taurus. They actually get on very, very well, but a Virgo can be a little bit manipulative towards a Taurus. So, and Virgos know how to turn on the bedroom shenanigans if they want to get their way. So, don't ask me how I know. But let's see what the cards have got to tell us here. Yeah, Virgos and Taurians are actually, in my opinion, quite a good combination, but it can also be quite an explosive setup and a very explosive scenario as well. Very strong-headed. Oh, there you go. Page of Swords. Young love, new love. Swift, fast action. Okay, fast action. He brought out the youngness in her, the young girl in her again. That's what that card is telling me. Okay, these cards are really, they're telling me to stop yakking and stop making a nuisance of myself. Okay, they want to talk. Okay, let's have a look. What is the story behind Vicky? What's happening here? Sorry, I've just dropped a card. What's going on with Vicky and with John Brown? Let's have a look here. We'll have a look and see if we can see the Hermit, or we can see a Temperance, and we're going to see a King or Queen of Swords. So yes, let's have a look here, and if we're going to see the Lovers. Oh, trickster energy. We've been tricked about something. Moving on to calmer waters from troubled waters, okay, with the Six of Swords, hope and healing, the Star, okay, very interesting cards. The Page of Cups, surprising news, new news, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Very interesting. Okay, so we asked the cards, what is really going on? What do we know? What do we hear about it? And we are being tricked about something. We're definitely being tricked about something. Things are hidden. But it's almost like John Brown was her safe passage to from rough waters after Albert died to calmer waters, to a calmer place. Because also look at the island thing. Because she spent a lot of time on the Isle of Man or the Isle of Wight. I can't remember which one it is now. But she had the palace that Albert built for her. She spent a lot of time there, but she spent time away from there in a cottage as well. Because that was a place of hope and healing. He was there to help her heal. And he was something fresh, something new, something unconventional that just suddenly appeared for her. And it was there to relieve stress and the anxiety, because she went into a depression. So these cards are definitely listening to us. She went into it was to break her out of that headspace of mourning and everything. So yes, the cards are telling he was there. So let's have a look. The family, okay. Away from the family, new beginnings. And there we go, the Ace of Cups. Lots of emotion there. And look at it. He almost took her away from the way that the legacy family was doing things. And doesn't that remind you very much of that palace that Albert built for her, with the towers that almost had that Italian-French style to it? My mind slips now. I can't remember what it's called. You guys will let me know in the comments. I can see the place in my mind's eye, as clear as daylight, but the words have left my head. But look there, it's moving on to something better, taking her away from the responsibilities. It was something new for her after Albert passed away. Something new, a new shiny light on the hill. And it brought her lots and lots of happiness. Out of the mist and out of the tears came lots of unexpected happiness. Look at the cups, the emotion, the happy emotion. Let's see what else is there. Okay, do we need to say anything more? Oh, hold on, my sticky has come off again. Lovers. He was her new lover for hope and healing. King of Swords in reverse. That's strange. Let that hang for a second. I'm just going through something in my head, and I just want to check something as well. The Nine of Wands upright. All the battles that she's had. I just want to have a look here at something. Give me a second, because something has just come to mind. I'm just referring here to. So yeah, I just double checked something on this King of Swords here. This King of Swords here is very much, I can read it in two ways. Because she was a Queen of Swords, and she could also have been a King of Swords, because she had to take on a masculine role, okay? She had to take on that masculine role as well. But also, this King of Swords could also be very similar to what Albert was. Because Albert, even though he's a Virgo, he could be very sharp-tongued. And he knew how to control. And that's why I said in the beginning, Virgos can be very controlling. And he used to pen a lot. And he used to attack with words a lot. And there are actually, if I'm under correction here, but there are letters that is displayed where he was actually very scathing to her. And he would, when they had an argument, go into retreat and mentally break her down with words. So this was something different. And I'm not dissing the marriage or anything, but this is telling me that they were lovers, and it was something completely different. And if I read her energy as a King of Swords in reverse as well, upright, this King of Swords telling me very strong energy, clear-cut decisions. But when she was with him, she could let her guard down. Almost, that's what it's saying. She could let her guard down. And she didn't have to, and it was something different to the Albert energy. It was something different to the Albert energy. And it was to help her try and heal from all the battles that she's had. The mental anguish that she had. But Temperance. Temperance. That's Sagittarius. He was her balance. He was Victoria's balance. She was still the head of the crown, but he was her balance. Wow. Anything else you want to tell us? Anything else you want to tell us about Victoria and John Brown? Anything else? Let's see here. She was his empress. She was his everything. But it couldn't really go anywhere. It couldn't really go anywhere in the public. But now that secret is going out. And it's returning her. Yeah. It couldn't go anywhere. There was no possibility. And it's only because had it come out, it would have been a disaster. It would have been a disaster. And that was their fire. That was their fire and their energy that flew across. It was the bond that they had. It was fast-moving energy that the two of them had. Fast-moving energy. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? They were each other's worlds, but they couldn't move forward with anything, and they just had to go about it in the normal way of things. Just in the normal way of doing things. He was the servant. He was the servant, but she was his world. And they didn't need money or much just to be happy. And the Seven of Swords here is, it wasn't really a secret. It was an open secret. That's it. It was an open secret as long as it was not in England, and that's why they were there. But they were each other's worlds. It was a new beginning, a new fresh beginning. It was a new fresh beginning. And then he died. The Tower moment. Because I believe he passed away before her. Yes. He passed away before her, but she was his king. But legally, it was unbalanced at the same time. It was unbalanced. It could never have worked. It was not allowed to be worked. And there's their close kept secrets. They were holding on very tightly. Holding on very tightly. And there we go, my friends. That's it. Queen Victoria. And her secret has now come out. They were definitely lovers. He was her hope and healing. He was her hope and healing after Albert. Because she didn't have to be the stoic queen. She didn't have to be the sad queen. And she was happy. And she was in a happy space. And I believe something or the other of his was buried with her as well. Or he was buried near her. Or I don't know. Something in those lines. I can't remember. When I do tarot readings, I sometimes forget about all the history facts and everything because my mind goes somewhere else. But now, that is it from me. Oh, look at all the fire that they had between the two of them. And they loved riding horses. They loved riding horses. And then, have a look and see what you guys think about the design that I've come up for the mug that's going to go into the shop, as well as a matching mouse pad. And I think I'm also going to do a tote bag that's got that same design on it as well, and so that it's all matchy. But then I'm also looking at doing the Khatib and Marai mug. So have a look at these images that I've popped up here. Let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye bye.